What is up, friend? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a flip of my April pages in my daily Moleskine. So if that's something you'd like to see, then just keep watching. Alright, so I'm excited to flip through this with you. I've been asked a few times to do kind of a detailed flip through, so hopefully I can answer any questions or, you know, just give you some inspiration. This is my Coach cover. It is an A5 cover. The large Moleskines do fit in it. It's got some overhang, but as your journal chunks up, that won't really be an issue, and you have room to kind of put a pen here. Okay, so this is again my large daily Moleskine, and I whited out the dates. So this is kind of like my version of the expanded, but with the monthlies, and I really like having the monthlies at the front. And as you can see, she's really chunky. Yeah, I love it. So this is where I'm at technically, right there. And then this is how many pages I have left. I could easily get through this in like another month or two. I made oatmeal raisin cookies. Oh my gosh, it is so good. My first time ever making oatmeal raisin cookies. Like, I'm just getting into baking, and they turned out really well. Okay, so I won't show you my monthly, but I did do I call it my overview, and it's my April overview, and it's kind of just like highlights and memories and gratitude. So I'll just write like a couple words for each day, and I really like doing that. I have one there that I set up when I started the daily, and then I have one here that I set up as I like started like really getting into the planner. So I've been filling out both. Yeah, so then there's that. I did some junk journal spreads, some doodles, and this is like, so for reference, the first month, so the January pages, I set aside for trackers. So that's what the first 30 pages are. And then the second one is collection. So it's like lists kind of, but in a junk journal way. So like I did some painting, and I photocopied it and taped the photocopy in here. I did a wish list, junk journal spread of my Chipotle order. So, and I did a favorite foodie find. So instead of doing like just a list like I would do in like my rings, I, you know, have a visual representation of my favorite finds that I've been loving. So like my Earl Grey tea for my London fogs, the Harney and Sons tea is really good. I tried the Trader Joe's kimbap. That was pretty good for being tofu. It does need like a sauce. My Starbucks order, did a little doodle, wrote down that I liked spicy falafel from Starbucks. That was really good with the truff hot sauce. Oh, 11 out of 10, so good. April snapshot, I was collecting pictures and printing them out from my MacBook and just taping them in here. So yeah, Dream House spread. This I photocopied and made available for my Patreon members. I was reading the bullet journal method, so I was taking notes on that. So those are some collections from April. Did some painting with my acrylics, ink tests. That was from when I first started it. And let's flip to my daily pages where they start. So I made this April overview. I really like SM Plans when she does hers. And I didn't buy I don't know if she has 2025, but I didn't buy any for 2025. So I just made it on Canva myself. So yeah, for the beginning of April, March and the beginning of April, I was still using it as a regular daily. So you'll see that, and I really liked how these pages turned out. I put a sticker down from my like Happy Planner sticker book, some washi tape, but then the base would be like my schedule and my to-dos, and then that kind of switched up later on, you'll see. And then I would tape in ephemera, I would do doodles, I would letter, I would just those like personal touches really just kind of make the spread come together and make it really yours. And I really like my Daiso highlighter. So that's the colors that you see is the Lavender Haze Daiso marker. And I do a bit of journaling at the bottom. I did a spread for my daughter's first birthday, some private thoughts here for journaling, and then I did my weekly overview. This was kind of around the time that I decided that I was just going to white out the top so that I could turn the page, do a weekly overview when I want to, and then just continue on with my dailies. So it was kind of frustrating me that I felt restricted with the dates up top. Like I couldn't just use the next page with the date up top to draw my weekly overview. So visually, I just had to white it out. So I know I could still use it with the dates up top, but it was kind of bugging me. So I did white those out. Anyway, so I draw my weekly overview with my weekly to-dos and go on with my dailies, and this is where it kind of changed. So I think it's Pens and Bullets on Instagram. I love her bullet journal. I think that's what it is, Pens and Bullets. She would write daily tasks, and I'm not sure if she wrote meals, but I put meals down here. So I'd do my to-dos and then journaling on the right. So I really liked that. And that's how I kind of got in some journaling every single day, and I'm still doing that. I taped in journaling home, journal kit. I'll do shopping lists as I want, spreads as I want, print out pictures on my HP Sprocket, use my little alphabet stamps. And I was following the prompts for a while, but then I kind of just fell off. And then I was experimenting with drawing out my monthlies with the lined pages in this daily, and I don't like how it looks, so that was a good experiment. It probably would be different if I had the blank version. And then sometimes when I'd see a quote, I just do a random spread with pen. I did some coffee stains, which I really liked. Took some school notes, and then mental inventory from the bullet journal method. And then I took up a whole page for my weekly overview. I liked that. Put some stickers as I want, and then continued on with that structure for my dailies. And I really liked that. I'll add in stickers after the fact. This was a junk journal spread that I did with my Patreon members, and I did include ephemera so that they could print it out and follow along and junk journal with me. So that's part of the one of the perks of being one of the tier 1 members. And then I explained this in my last video, but if I had a picture that I wanted to print out and put in my journal, instead of printing out just one picture and just wasting all the rest of the paper, I will grab Pinterest images, throw it on there, and just print it all out so that I can make kind of a spread out of it. So I liked doing that. Played with more acrylic paints. That's my London Fog tea with my breakfast. I really, really like having eggs and fruit in the morning, especially berries for my blood sugar. Apple cinnamon cake. This was inspired by Michelle at Seaweed Kisses. That recipe was so good. Taped in paper for a grocery list. Another flower doodle. This is the 5-minute flowers from Love K Designs on Instagram. I love her 5-minute doodle flowers. Just more pictures that I was wanting to print out, and I've been loving Sailor Moon. I grew up watching it, but lately it's been all over my TikTok For You page because people found the OG dub, and that's the version that I like, so I've been just watching clips of it on TikTok. Banana blueberry bread. This was from the Go Bananas banana bread mix, and I added in blueberries this time, and I did a brown sugar crumble on top, and oh my gosh, it was so good. Cinnamon, brown sugar, and fresh blueberries for the topping. So good. Another April weekly overview, and my daughter gave me her snack, the packaging from her snack, and I decided to just do a little spread out of it. And then I played around with a 2-page spread for my weekly, and I don't like that, and so I like it like this. Yeah, so that was a good experiment as well. And then I finished The Great Alone in April, wrote down a quote with my fountain pen, my Jinhao 82. It's this one with the Hongdian black ink. And then I was writing down historical fiction books, more titles for me to look into. More daily pages. We were sick. We're still kind of getting over it, but the last week of April, we were sick with a stomach bug. So that has been not fun, but yeah. This is this past week. Another junk journal spread, Easter, Starbucks spread I did my Patreon members, morning thoughts, I started doing that and I really like that. My health and wellness plan, more morning thoughts, and May. So I did this on Canva. I did include this as a freebie for my Patreon members. So I printed this out on sticker paper and added it in here. And yes, I have a monthly at the front, but I do like having this here to kind of break up the pages, and you could clearly see where May starts. So this is, you know, the week, and then my daily pages. So this is what they look like, bare bones. This is the foundation that I like to lay at the beginning of the week, and then I could just go in and fill it out as I want. And I do lay down some stickers, but it's just kind of, so I don't have to think about it later on. And then if I want to add more stickers later on, I do. And just some quotes and things I was taking notes on. And then that cookie recipe, and that was April. I really, really enjoyed being in here for April for an entire month. This was kind of like almost 2 months, like March and April. So I could probably get another 2 months out of this and be good. But my plan is going to change up a little bit for May. So you're going to see that video coming up. But let me know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed that flip through. The tabs on the side are things that I find myself flipping back to. So I'll put a tab when I want to, and then that way I have, you know, I can easily get to it. I don't really label it. I just know that a tab means there's something there. I'll use like a neon one for something that is really important, or that I think I'll go back to often. So like this bright pink one was my daily. Yeah. Blue was kind of like for reading, and then I put a double one for my health and wellness just so I could find it. But yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspiration. Let me know what you're using and what you're going to use for May, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.